your favorite framer, Stefano from Le Balcon. Hey, Steph, what are we going to talk about today?
Shadow boxes. They come
What
in
is a
all
shadow
shapes
box?
and sizes. Well, shadow boxes are mostly used for objects. It could be just about anything. In this case, it's insects. And there's a printing block here. There's a slice of a geode here. Wait, I'm going to show you that right like that. So
not typical things that we usually think of that an art gallery can frame for us.
No. We're not your typical art gallery. There's me in it. So there's actually art framing that is involved. It's not just your typical shadow box that is done for insects, usually on a white or a black background. In this case, yes, there's a white background, but on the sides, on the inside, it's black. So it's everything that ties in with the insect. Even the frame, it was custom made. The finish on it was custom made. It's a crackle finish where you can see the white underneath that ties in with the insect. That's black and white as well. So everything in this is black and white. The glass is UV glass, just like all the others here. In this case, it is a mineral, but I still put UV glass on it. This is a printing block. There's UV glass on it as well.
And what's special about this block, this shadow box that you did for the block, Steph?
Well, it's really deep. So, and there's hinges, so you can actually open it and take whatever object you want out of it. There are certain boxes that are done that have hinges on the outside. Those are great as well, but I prefer this method. I don't like seeing any hinges. And so all the the thick part is behind the frame so that you don't see it.
And we can have bugs, insects, lots of places to do shadow boxes. What makes Le Balcon different?
Well, everything is done to preserve the object, in this case insects. So everything inside is pH neutral, not acid free, by the way. There's no such thing as acid free. It's pH neutral. So everything is pH neutral. The glass is conservation glass. It filters UV rays at 99%. The foam core itself, I don't use just pH neutral foam core. I use art care foam core. So the foam itself actually protects the artwork. While as usually, there's some foam cores that say, they're pH neutral. It's usually just the paper on both sides of the foam core, not the foam core itself. So I use art care foam core. The mats that I use are all of them. Every single one of them is pH neutral. I don't use cheap mats. Everything is done to preserve the object so that it stays beautiful for as long as you live, as long as your ancestors will live.
And there's a really special blue butterfly that you did. You want to show us and talk to that one a little bit?
Well, this one I did a sparkling blue finish on it.
So again, a custom job?
Yeah, because I couldn't find any, metallic blue frames. Now this is done a few years ago. Now there's a line from Fauchu. They actually have a beautiful metallic blue frame. I wanted to tie it in with the butterfly itself. And the glass itself is museum glass. Now, it protects at 99%, but it has very little reflection, and the colors are more true when it's museum glass. It's even better than conservation glass. If we compare the both, the colors are quite strikingly different. They're actually more beautiful in museum glass, but it's 4 times the price. So I wanted to do it with this just to show the beautiful colors, and yes, there is a glass.
Perfect. And the last one you have to show us?
Well, I did a geode, a slice of a geode, and I wanted it to float. You can see it right here. I wanted it to float, so it's not on the actual mat that's in the background. It's actually floating on a piece of glass. So in this case, there's the mat, there's a piece of glass, and then there's a spacer and another piece of glass. So there's 2 pieces of glass in here, and the geode is resting on one of them. And so it's so clear, the glass, that it looks like the geode, the slice is actually floating in the frame.
So if you have any things that are really dear and precious that you'd like to have framed and didn't know who could do it, what could be done, well, come and see Stefano at Le Balcon d'Art.
I wanted to add something. Some people have mineral collections. Minerals are sensitive to UV rays as well. So in this case, this is a colorful geode, and you have to be careful with UV rays because it will make them change color if you don't protect it. So even minerals, you might want to look into putting a UV glass on them because even the minerals will lose their color. So not all of them, but quite a few of them will lose their colors. So that's one thing to keep in mind.
Conservation and preservation. So come and see Stefano at Le Balcon d'Art for all of your framing needs. We don't just do paintings, we do anything. The sky's the limit. See you soon. Remember to like and follow.
Take care.